Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we are going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of July in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. And if you celebrate your birthday in July, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. But let's jump into it with the oracle cards. And you have two cards here for you. One of them is number 35, Loyal Heart, but you also have number 10, Unfinished Symphony. When you kind of look at the Loyal Heart, this card is all about faithfulness, devotion, and enduring love, especially when it comes to a relationship perspective. It speaks to mutual respect, emotional honesty, and a sense of being home with another person. So it can be a very deep spiritual soulmate type of connection with somebody. You can kind of see how those owls create a heart shape. It can be also like a mutual loyalty and commitment that stand the test of the time. Maybe a partner or yourself who's a true at heart, even though there might be challenges. But again, this is a card that talks about love that is meant to last. So when you kind of look at the Unfinished Symphony, that card is kind of deals with closure, emotional resolution, unfinished business, especially connected to the past. So something that you didn't get a closure on. Maybe there's something here that needs to be closed. There needs to be an honest conversation to express unspoken feelings. And maybe it might be that an ex or past love may be returning or lingering. Anyway, it's kind of like a lack of closure. But also can be that, some of you are going through some emotional cycles that are repeating until you complete them consciously. So together, when you kind of look at these two cards, there might be something here, something connected to the past love returning to be healed or rebuilt. So maybe you are still emotionally connected to someone loyal, even if the relationship has gone through challenges or separation. The bond remains, and something needs to be resolved. Something needs to be closed for you here. There's a potential for reconciliation, but only if both hearts are kind of open for this and the past is cleared with honesty. It might be as well that, in a current relationship, there are some unspoken emotions because, there might be, even in a solid, loyal relationship, there might be some unfinished conversations, hidden resentment or emotional baggage that needs to be looked after. But also, the third theme of this combination is the letting go with love. In some cases, this could indicate closing the chapter on a loyal but completed relationship, honoring what it was and freeing yourself to move on. Closure obviously doesn't mean that this love will disappear, but it means love matures and let go when needed. So let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the middle of the reading, you do have the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of control, which is a card of not letting go, trying to hold on to something that you worked on, something that it was very hard for you to get. So in this context, obviously, with that, especially with that two cards, there's definitely somebody who is holding on to something. Somebody who needs to kind of let go of something. Because again, this can be one of those cards when you're kind of just trying to hold on to something too hard because you're just afraid of losing it, losing a person, losing a relationship. And this is kind of like when you're kind of checking on the person all the time. Where have you been? Checking the phones, emails, messages. It's those kind of the energies of that jealous feeling that comes with the Four of Pentacles. Again, there might be this very strong connection of holding on to something that happened in the past and not letting go, like emotional baggage as well. Those all kind of come with the themes of this card. Very important for you to let go. Very important for you to let go, because if you keep focusing on this fear, you're actually attracting what you're afraid of. The first card of your reading is the Emperor. The Emperor is, it can indicate a person, somebody who's very successful, somebody who can be can influence your life very positively from every aspect, and have a positive influence on you. One challenge with this person, that this person is not able to show their feelings, their emotions, and sometimes that can create confusion in the others. But it doesn't mean that the person is not doesn't have the feeling. Again, these roles can be reversed. It might be you are dealing with somebody who needs to show their feelings and emotions better, or it might be you who need to kind of work on a little bit to open up. But also the Emperor is a very stable card. Like, it's a very stable, it can indicate a stable relationship. Some of you are already in a stable relationship. Some of you are about to meet somebody who's going to bring you this stability. But also you kind of have here this control question with the Emperor. Like, the Emperor is somebody who's in charge, who's in control. And you have two cards here, the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor, that are indicating here that somebody is really trying to control something, somebody, or just a situation. Now, the next card in your reading is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of confusion. So it can be confusion from the point of view that you might not be seeing your situation clearly. Those pink clouds indicate that some of you are looking at it not realistically, your current situation, and you're kind of overly dreamy, overly romantic as well. So there's definitely that, and I think some of you might be holding on to something too closely because maybe you are seeing this person, maybe you are seeing this situation way better than what it is or what it was. Especially when you kind of combine this loyal heart and unfinished business. Again, somebody is not letting go here of somebody because I think they're thinking better. They're thinking overly romantic about this person. But again, the Seven of Cups is also a card of choices. So there's some kind of a choice for some of you that you need to make. Maybe you have multiple people to choose from and you have hard time choosing because, you just don't know what's going to be the outcome. But with the Seven of Cups, very important for you to narrow down the options, narrow down the opportunities, the people, or whatever path you have. And the only way you can do it is really thinking about it, thinking about what is my long-term goal, what is that I want to achieve on the long run. And through that, you can kind of put these opportunities, these people, whatever these options are for you, that you can kind of say, okay, this person is not really the one that's going to get me there. Like, I don't know, if you want to get married, if you want to have children, those are just examples. It doesn't mean that all of you want to have that, or if you want to have freedom. You need to kind of think about, is it person A, is it person B, or is it person C, or maybe you have 7, who knows. I think you're getting what I'm trying to say. You need to kind of think about it. Which person will get you to that end goal that you're trying to achieve when it comes to love, relationship, family. But also with the Seven of Pentacles, it might be that you are confused as well, right? You are confused because one day you might want something and the next day you might want something totally different. And generally this card connects to manifestation, when the universe is trying to bring you something, but the universe is telling you, I don't know what you want, because maybe you don't know what you want. Anyway, let's continue. So your reading continues here with the Seven of Swords, which is, always an interesting card to have. Because the Seven of Swords is the typical lying, cheating, stealing, and being dishonest as well. So there might be here a question of somebody somebody's loyalty, somebody's fidelity as well. And what's kind of interesting, I'm going to be honest with you, when I kind of saw the loyal heart and the Seven of Swords, I was a little bit confused, because the loyal heart is talking about somebody you can trust, somebody you can lean on, somebody who's very loyal. Now it might be that and then you have the Seven of Swords, who is somebody who's playing around, moving around, and playing the field. So there might be here a question of somebody's fidelity, because you have here that unfinished business as well. There's some kind of an unfinished business when it comes to loyalty or communication as well. Like, I'm just kind of trying to gather my thoughts when I'm kind of pausing, so don't go anywhere. But also with the Seven of Swords, there might be something that's returning to you, right? Like, you have to return, something comes back, right? That unfinished business theme as well pretty much comes into question with that Seven of Swords. And also with the Seven of Swords, you need to kind of think about some kind of a new strategy, a new approach, because the Seven of Swords, yes, there's lying, cheating, stealing. He's stealing those swords. But also, he is doing that because he wants to have a different approach. He doesn't want to continue to fight. He wants to sit down and have a more diplomatic approach. So maybe diplomacy might be very important as well. But again, I kind of see somebody who is left maybe even a family behind, right? When you kind of look at that imagery of the children in the background. So anyway, there's definitely, I kind of see that being the unfinished business. The next card of your reading is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords indicates somebody who is thinking a lot, day and night, and overanalyzing the situation. Like, you kind of have here somebody who's in analysis paralysis, especially when you're kind of looking at with that Seven of Cups. With the Eight of Swords, sometimes we see our situation worse than what it is, because we're just overthinking things, or we're not seeing the clear picture. And I think especially when you combine the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups, somebody is not seeing the clear picture here. Very important for you to think about how can you let go of these thoughts, whatever you have. Maybe you need to meditate, maybe you need to go on therapy or something. Because, somebody doesn't want to see the situation as is. Right? When you kind of look at that blindfold, that lady, somebody just doesn't want to see. Like, somebody here is just focusing on the romance. Somebody's focusing on seeing things more beautiful than what it is, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. Now you also have here the Fool card, which indicates a new chapter, a new beginning of some sort. And this is also kind of taking a leap of faith into a new direction. A new direction where you don't necessarily have the experience, but you're kind of going for it. This is a very adventurous card, and also brings this innocence to it. Now it all depends what is the new chapter for you. So if you've been single, this might be a card that's bringing you a new relationship. If you've been in a relationship, some of you might be deciding that, okay, I need a new chapter and I'd rather be single. So very important that, or it might be the relationship is changing, right? But also, like, when I kind of look at it, it's very interesting for me how these two guys are going into the same direction, right? And that's usually the past. So I'm kind of getting here somebody who just keeps going back to the past, right, with this, especially when you kind of connect it with this unfinished business. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow this channel to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button, so I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget about the comments. I'm very excited to read the comments, and put in the comments how this reading is resonating you. Where are you watching from? And you can put in some positive affirmations as well. For example, you can put in that I let go of all the negative thoughts and overanalyzing things. You can put in as well that I let go of things that no longer serve me. And you can put in that I approach my situation from a new perspective. Now your reading continues here with the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is about leaving the difficulties, leaving the challenges behind, and arriving to calmer shores. Where you can kind of see those waves in the back indicating all the challenges, the storms that you had, and you're leaving it behind. You're gonna have smooth sailing moving forward. Now this can be that some of you are leaving the difficulties in the back behind you in a relationship. Some of you are leaving a person or a situation behind, and you're kind of looking forward into the future. Now this can also indicate traveling, but or moving. I'm kind of like to kind of see the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords beside each other, because it means that you're leaving that control, you're leaving that prison of thoughts behind. You also have here the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, it is a court card. So it can be a person, your energy, or just the general energy of the card. This is somebody who's an earth sign. Virgo, Leo, or Capricorn. This is somebody who is very reliable, very loyal father figure, somebody that you can count on, somebody who is there to provide. This is also an indication of long-term stability, long-term happiness as well. So I think you can expect that some kind of a stable relationship will come in for you. The next card of your reading is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork and also building a solid foundation. So some of you might be building a solid foundation for yourself. You're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on building yourself up. Maybe you're going to therapy, or group therapy might be important. Some of you are working on a relationship to build a strong foundation for. You and your partner might be a good team. Both of you are good team players. Again, there might be some couples therapy in question as well. Building bridges might be also very important. Now let's see what do we have at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck, we do have here for you the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is a card of a good mother figure, somebody who's reliable, somebody who is there to take care of people. A loving, loyal, comfortable home as well. Somebody a mother figure that everybody is jealous of. And I kind of want to show you something. So you have here the Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. These are divine counterparts of each other. This is like the perfect power couple. Both of them, they're very similar. Again, Virgo, Leo, Capricorn type of energy. Both are loyal, both are very stable energies. So you can hear like a perfect relationship as well that might be in question for some of you. Now let's look at what do we have from this Hungarian love oracle card. So the card that you have here is 19, loves you, right? So that's what the meaning of the card is. Obviously, the general meaning of this card is love or a lot of happiness, beautiful everydays and also happiness, joy, the end of darkness, and the light is coming back to our life, and can indicate a very happy and very positive relationship or marriage. So that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.